Hey, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analyses, rumors, to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. The rumor mill around the Dallas Cowboys has exploded with a story that no one expected to hear. And if even a fraction of it turns out to be true, it could shake the entire organization from the inside out. According to whispers circulating among insiders and league observers, quarterback Dak Prescott may have delivered a stunning ultimatum behind closed doors. The claim is dramatic. If star wide receiver Terry McLaurin were to arrive in Dallas through a trade or surprise deal, Prescott would ask to leave the team. Yes, you heard that right. A quarterback who has been the face of the Cowboys offense for years, allegedly drawing a hard line over the possible arrival of another elite weapon. On the surface, it sounds almost impossible to believe. After all, most quarterbacks dream about adding explosive playmakers to their offense. But this rumor has sparked a wave of speculation about chemistry, locker room power dynamics, and the delicate balance between star players in one of the most high-profile franchises in all of sports. Fans immediately started debating the story across social media, trying to understand what could possibly drive a franchise quarterback to react so strongly to the potential addition of a talented receiver like McLaurin. Some think it is pure fiction. Others suspect there might be deeper tension inside the organization. To understand why this rumor has gained traction, you have to look at the current structure of the Cowboys' offense and the personalities involved. Dak Prescott is not just the quarterback of the team. He has become one of the most influential voices in the locker room. Over the years, he has built strong relationships with the players around him, particularly the receivers who already form the core of the passing attack. The speculation suggests that Prescott may believe bringing in a high-profile receiver like Terry McLaurin could disrupt that balance. McLaurin is widely respected across the league for his explosive speed, precise route running, and ability to dominate coverage. But with that reputation comes expectations. A receiver of his caliber does not arrive quietly into an offense. He arrives expecting targets, influence, and a central role in the playbook. According to the rumor circulating through league circles, Prescott might fear that the shift in offensive hierarchy could create friction or force a major change in the way the offense currently operates. Some analysts even speculate that Prescott worries about losing control of the offense's rhythm or leadership dynamic if a new superstar receiver suddenly becomes the focal point of the passing game. Another layer to this rumor involves the complex politics that often exist inside elite professional teams. In organizations as visible and pressure-filled as the Cowboys, every major roster decision can carry emotional consequences. If the front office were seriously exploring the idea of acquiring Terry McLaurin, it might signal a dramatic shift in the direction of the offense. Some observers believe Prescott could interpret that move as a lack of trust in the current system that has been built around him and the players already on the roster. The alleged ultimatum, if it truly happened, might not be about McLaurin personally at all. Instead, it could represent frustration over how decisions are made at the highest level of the organization. When quarterbacks reach Prescott's level of experience and influence, they often expect to be consulted on major roster moves, especially ones that could redefine the identity of the offense. The rumor suggests that Prescott may have felt blindsided by the possibility of such a significant acquisition, prompting him to send a very clear message about where he stands and how seriously he expects his voice to be taken. Of course, it is important to remember that in the world of professional sports, rumors can spread quickly and grow larger with every retelling. Some insiders believe the story might have started as a much smaller comment that eventually evolved into the dramatic ultimatum narrative now circulating among fans. Perhaps Prescott simply raised concerns about the fit of Terry McLaurin within the current offensive scheme, and somewhere along the line that conversation was transformed into the idea that he would demand an exit from the team. That kind of exaggeration happens frequently when passionate fan bases and nonstop sports media coverage collide. Still, The mere possibility that such a conversation occurred has sparked intense curiosity. People are asking whether there might be underlying tensions that have never been publicly revealed. The Cowboys have always been a team surrounded by enormous attention, and even the smallest internal disagreement can quickly become a headline across the football world. In this case, the rumor touches on two high-profile players whose reputations and talent levels make the story impossible for fans to ignore. Terry McLaurin himself adds another fascinating dimension to this speculation. Known for his professionalism and leadership, he has earned respect across the league not only for his athletic ability, but also for his calm demeanor and work ethic. That is why the rumor feels so surprising to many observers. McLaurin is rarely associated with controversy or conflict. In fact, many quarterbacks would likely welcome the opportunity to throw passes to a receiver with his skill set. Yet the narrative now circulating suggests that his arrival in Dallas could somehow trigger a major shakeup in the locker room. Some fans believe the issue might revolve around target distribution and the hierarchy of the receiving corps. When a receiver of McLaurin's caliber enters an offense, the expectation is that he becomes one of the primary options immediately. That shift can subtly change relationships between quarterbacks and receivers who have spent years developing chemistry together. If Prescott truly values those established connections, it could explain why the rumored scenario is causing such intense debate among analysts and fans alike. As the discussion grows louder, one thing is certain. The Cowboys fan base is completely divided over the idea. Some supporters argue that adding a dynamic receiver like Terry McLaurin would only strengthen the team and make life easier for Dak Prescott. They believe the rumor makes little sense because elite quarterbacks typically thrive when surrounded by more talent. Others, however, think there may be more complexity behind the scenes than fans realize. Leadership roles, trust between players, and the subtle dynamics of a locker room can sometimes matter just as much as raw talent on the field. The alleged ultimatum has therefore become more than just a rumor about a potential roster move. It has turned into a broader conversation about power, influence, and identity within one of the most famous franchises in football. Whether the story proves to be exaggerated gossip or a glimpse into a real internal conflict, it has already captured the attention of fans who are now watching every development in Dallas with intense curiosity. As the rumor continues to spread across the football world, people close to the Cowboys organization have reportedly been scrambling to understand where the story originated and whether there is any truth hidden within it. Some insiders claim that conversations between Dak Prescott and members of the front office have recently become more direct and emotionally charged than usual. That alone does not confirm the existence of any ultimatum, but has fueled speculation that Prescott may indeed have strong opinions about the direction of the roster. Quarterbacks at his level often view themselves as architects of the offense, not just participants in it. They spend countless hours building timing, trust, and communication with their receivers, and any sudden change to that ecosystem can feel like a major disruption. The rumor suggests Prescott might believe that introducing a dominant new voice into the receiving room could alter the delicate chemistry that has been built over time. Even if the concern sounds surprising to outsiders, it highlights how much influence and responsibility elite quarterbacks carry within their teams. Every relationship in the offense revolves around them, and when those relationships shift, the entire structure can feel different. Meanwhile, the idea of Terry McLaurin potentially joining the Cowboys has sparked excitement among another segment of the fan base who see it as a dream scenario. McLaurin has built a reputation as one of the most reliable and explosive receivers in the league, capable of stretching defenses and creating opportunities across the entire field. Imagining him lining up alongside the Cowboys' existing offensive weapons has led many fans to picture an offense that could become nearly impossible to defend. That is why the rumored ultimatum feels so shocking to those supporters. From their perspective, adding a player like McLaurin should be celebrated rather than resisted. The debate has turned into a fascinating clash of viewpoints. On one side are fans who prioritize raw talent and believe stacking as many elite players as possible is the path to dominance. On the other side are those who believe chemistry, leadership balance, and established trust between players can be just as important as adding another superstar name to the roster. Inside the locker room, situations like this can become extremely delicate, even when the story itself remains unconfirmed. Players often hear the same rumors that fans and media discuss, and those whispers can influence the atmosphere within the team. If teammates begin wondering whether their quarterback truly opposes the arrival of a potential new star receiver, it can create awkward questions about loyalty and priorities. Would Prescott truly want to leave if such a move happened? Or is the rumor simply an exaggerated interpretation of a private conversation? That uncertainty alone is enough to keep the speculation alive. Veteran players understand that front offices sometimes explore roster moves quietly, without revealing their intentions until a deal is nearly finalized. If the Cowboys were seriously considering pursuing Terry McLaurin, it is possible that some internal discussions leaked prematurely, creating a storm of speculation before anything concrete has even been decided. Another factor making the rumor so captivating is the broader narrative surrounding Dak Prescott's legacy with the Cowboys. For years, he has carried the expectations of a massive fan base that demands excellence and constant contention. Every decision involving the roster inevitably becomes tied to the question of whether the team is doing enough to support its quarterback. Ironically, the current rumor flips that narrative upside down. Instead of asking whether the organization is surrounding Prescott with enough talent, people are suddenly asking whether he might resist the addition of a player who could elevate the offense even further. That reversal has sparked endless debates among commentators and fans trying to interpret Prescott's possible mindset. Some believe the alleged ultimatum reflects confidence and leadership, a quarterback defending the structure he believes works best. Others see it as a potential sign of deeper frustration with how decisions are being made at the highest levels of the organization. The Cowboys front office now finds itself in a strange position because even an unverified rumor can create pressure. If they truly had interest in acquiring Terry McLaurin, they must now consider how such a move would be perceived within the team and by the public. The last thing any franchise wants is the appearance of conflict between its star quarterback and a potential new star receiver before the two have even shared a practice field. At the same time, executives are paid to make bold decisions that they believe will strengthen the roster. If the opportunity to bring in a talent like McLaurin were real, ignoring it purely because of speculation might seem equally risky. This tension between perception and strategy is part of what makes the story so fascinating to follow. Every small comment, every interview, and every rumor now feels like a clue in a much larger puzzle unfolding around the Cowboys. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. For now, fans are left watching and waiting, trying to determine whether this dramatic narrative will fade away or grow into something even bigger. The possibility that Dak Prescott might draw such a firm line regarding the arrival of Terry McLaurin remains a shocking concept. Yet in the unpredictable world of professional sports, unexpected conflicts sometimes emerge from the most unlikely circumstances. Until someone inside the organization addresses the story directly, speculation will continue to swirl through talk shows, fan forums, and social media debates. Some believe the rumor will eventually be dismissed as nothing more than exaggerated gossip, while others suspect it could be the first hint of a deeper power struggle within the Cowboys organization. Either way, the story has already accomplished one thing. It has captured the imagination of football fans everywhere, turning a hypothetical roster move into one of the most talked about rumors surrounding the team and its franchise quarterback. The longer this rumor continues circulating, the more it begins to feel like the kind of story that exposes how fragile the balance of power inside a professional team can be. Quarterbacks, especially those who have been leading a franchise for years like Dak Prescott, often become more than just players executing plays. They become symbols of the team's identity, the central figure around whom the offensive philosophy is built. That is why the alleged ultimatum has captured so much attention. If Prescott truly reacted strongly to the possibility of Terry McLaurin arriving in Dallas, it might reveal something deeper about how he sees the current structure of the offense. Perhaps he believes the chemistry that already exists among the receivers is something that cannot easily be replaced or reshaped. Timing between a quarterback and his receivers is not something that magically appears overnight. It is built through repetition, trust, and countless hours studying tendencies and reactions. The rumors suggest Prescott may fear that introducing a new dominant receiver could shift that balance dramatically, forcing the offense into a period of adjustment that he may not believe is necessary. At the same time, speculation has begun growing about how Terry McLaurin himself would react if he were to hear about this rumored situation. McLaurin has built a reputation across the league as one of the most respected and professional players at his position. He is known for his calm leadership style and relentless preparation, traits that have earned admiration from teammates and opponents alike. That is why the idea of his presence creating tension feels so unusual. Many observers believe that if McLaurin were to join a new team, his approach would likely focus on collaboration rather than dominance. Still, rumors rarely follow logic, and once a narrative begins spreading through the football world, it can take on a life of its own. Fans have begun imagining awkward scenarios, hypothetical locker room conversations, and even potential clashes that may never actually happen. The truth is that until any real move takes place, all of these discussions exist purely in the realm of speculation, yet they continue to fuel endless debates among passionate supporters of the Cowboys. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.